Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to the Students Guide podcast, a place where we listen, we learn, we grow, and improve to become the best versions of ourselves. As we all know, examination is fast approaching, and in today's episode, it's going to be a brief but then a more educative and insightful one. In today's episode, I'm going to give you some tips, or we are going to learn some tips that will help you in preparation for your examination. And these are tips that I've tried, it worked for me, and I'm here to share with you, and I believe it will also help you. So stick and stay and enjoy this episode. One of the crucial things that can help you in examination is how you prepare. Okay, just like any battle, it is your preparation that will give you the victory or you'll be defeated. And so in the pre-preparation phase of your examination, one of the most important things to do is first of all to know the examination format. So there are some lecturers who use MCQs, some use written formats, and then some of the examination will be in a practical form. So understand which particular format your lecturer is going to set the exams, and then that will give you the kind of the guideline or the structure to study, right? So if it's a written examination, so the next thing is to have a study schedule, all right? And in having a study schedule, you have times where you used to study. Okay, so you need to prepare before the examination. How do you prepare? Set a study schedule. In setting the study schedule, you can also have group studies. Okay, so have a group where you study with them, and in the course of the studying, don't just sit down for, let's say, 4 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours to study. No, there's a technique called the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique. So in that technique, what you do is, for example, if I'm studying for 2 hours, okay, I'll take short breaks within these hours. So the first 30 minutes, I'll break for, let's say, 5 minutes. Then I'll reschedule, or I'll re-come and learn, and I'll break for another 5 minutes. So there should be some spaces, some breakages in your studies. And research have shown that if you introduce that in studying, it really helps you grasp whatever you are learning or whatever you are consuming. And that is one technique you can use. So the Pomodoro technique is one technique you should use, and also have a study schedule. Though there is an examination timetable, you should have your personal timetable as well. Know that you will study this particular course at this time, and when is that time, don't do anything else but then study that particular course. All right, and this one technique or one preparation phase that you should know. The next technique you can use is to avoid procrastination and then maintain focus. Earlier when I was talking, I mentioned that if you tell yourself that you are studying today at this time, make sure that you show up for yourself. Be disciplined enough to show up and then study. Don't procrastinate it to, let's say, an hour time, 30 minutes time tomorrow. No. If you decide to study today, make sure that you focus and then study. And then in studying, one thing you should also do is that your notification on your phone, all right, turn it off. Don't let anything distract you. If it's data that would bring you notification, WhatsApp messages, turn it off. If you are not using the Wi-Fi for any research, turn it off. Focus on whatever you are learning, right? Don't let anything distract you. Don't go on social media to go and watch TikTok videos. No, you can do that during the breaks that I mentioned earlier. That is the Pomodoro technique. But then when you are studying, make sure your Wi-Fi or your internet connection is off, no notification from anywhere, and then you focus on whatever you are studying, right? 30 minutes fully focus on whatever you are learning, and that will help you absorb, that will let you consume what you are studying very perfectly. So turn off your notification, turn off your data, and then focus on what you are studying. The university is a universal place. You have colleagues, you have mates that are in the same class with you, all right? So have a study partner or an accountability buddy, someone who you can discuss some questions with. So if it's your group members or anyone you know, a friend, ask them questions about what you are going to write. Let them answer. Let them also ask you kind of a question and answer to test what you've studied, right? Don't be isolated in your corner, because some people have questions that when they ask you, you don't know where they got it from, and that question might drop, right? To have people who you can engage with in terms of asking questions, solving questions. Some people can share past questions with you, and those people take them very serious. Some people hoard past questions, so make sure that person in your class who has been getting close to the TA, the lecturer, they have questions. So ask them, and then make sure that you have an accountability person where you share these questions with them, answer them, and that would also help you. We come to the end of this episode, and in this episode, I shared with you some techniques that will help in your preparation for the upcoming exams. Myself, I'm also preparing for exams, and I wish you the best. These are some tips that I want you to take or have in mind. Make sure that you sleep and rest well. Okay, there are sometimes you study overnight, okay, and it's good, but then make sure you have good night rest before your paper because it helps you refresh your mind. Also, during your examination period, eat well. All right, eat very well. Don't just eat any food, but then eat fruits, eat good food. I mean, let your body be very, very strong. And also, don't forget your examination hall wherever you're writing your exams. Make sure you know that examination hall a day before the exams, some hours before the exams. Don't get yourself wanting looking for where you're writing your exams. Make sure you take everything that you need. That is your ID, your pen, your pencil, your calculator. Don't get to the examination hall before you are now asking people for things. All right. And then make sure that you also follow the examination rules, the rules and the regulations, because the university is very strict when it comes to examination malpractice. So I don't want you to be a victim. Make sure you study, prepare for the exams. And I know that your preparation is enough and you're going to do well. I wish you the best in your end of semester examination. I'm rooting for you. Go out there and make yourself proud. Thank you for watching and see you in my next episode.